guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Nurture Me Mama back with another video. Hello. I'm just sending lots of love and prosperity and happiness, abundance to you, and also health. That is very important. So today I just felt like it was a good day to talk about finding your true passion and what that really means. Wow. A lot of us come here and we're just so into what other people think we should be and what society tells us to be, but it's so much more than that. Let the airplane pass. So it's so much more than that. So when you ask how to figure out your passion, well, let's start with what are you passionate about? And duh, no brainer, right? But more so, what do you already do on a daily basis? And it doesn't have to be anything technical. Figuring out what you're already doing, especially if you're like over the age of 18. I want to say like at least like 21 and up. Figuring out what you're passionate about, it kind of is something that you're already doing, whether it be you like to make people laugh and people recognize you for that too. So that's like another thing. You know, a lot of the time, you know, what you're passionate about is what people recognize about you, what people recognize that you're one of your strengths are, which is making people laugh or healing people, which means people come to you for to figure out what's really going on with them. It could be your friends, your relatives, anything like that. What people come to you and they just feel that you're going to be successful at A, B, or C. It could be anything entertainment, so making people laugh, dancing, singing, acting, etc. Or it could be you're really good at technology, so you can figure out things with technology quicker than anyone else. I know someone personally, she just is a wizard, a technological wizard. I think I said that right. She just is so good at technology. It could be communication. You could be like, somebody could recognize you for the fact that, wow, like every time I hear you speak, I just feel so empowered, because it's something about, you know, maybe your throat chakra, or because I'm into the chakras and I'm also into astrology. It could be something, you know, maybe you're a Gemini where you're very good at communicating a good message in a way that is not harsh to people. And so people could recognize you for that. People could also recognize you for being the life of the party, because you have people who literally get paid to have fun. That's a thing. So it could be the fact that you're just somebody who literally, you walk in the room, kind of like a Leo, you walk in the room and people are just like automatically attracted to you. You know how to bring the fun, you know how to bring the playful energy, you just know how to bring that pizzazz, that oomph. And also, you could be someone who people recognize for being a boss. Like they don't know why, but they just feel this authoritative energy when it comes to you, which means that you're probably naturally born and passionate about being an entrepreneur, because you're gonna be somebody's boss. Okay. So it's just like kind of figuring out what people already recognize you for, and there's like, the list goes on and on and on and on. And maybe what you're passionate about has not been done before, so you have to think about that too. So like, that's why I think too, I want to bring up the point that figuring out what you're passionate about always comes to practice and self-discovery, getting to know who you actually are as a soul, who you actually are as a being. That will tell you so much, which I really, that's why I love astrology and learning about development, self-discovery, the chakras, the 7 chakras. It's so important because it helps you just kind of awaken who you are, right? And those types of things are backed up by science, which is like my favorite subject. So it's a no-brainer why I like astrology. So yes, really just understanding who you are. You know, do research, understand your mental, your psyche, understand what harms your ego, understand what type of things have happened in your childhood or history that have kind of broke you, because that will all help you lead up to what you're actually supposed to be doing. Because a lot of the times in our childhood, you know, I'll take a superstar for example. There could be a superstar, let's just say Michael Jackson. Maybe in his childhood he was ridiculed for his talents. I'm not saying that he was, but I'm just saying there could have been a level of him being ridiculed for his talents in his childhood. But, you know, fast forward years later, he ends up being this biggest superstar ever. Because it always just goes back to your strengths and your weaknesses. And a lot of the times in your childhood, your strengths are going to get tested. And they're going to get tested specifically by your family members. Because that's our first family, right? I like to think that that's our first family, and then we grow up and find our second family, which is our soul family. But your strengths are going to get tested, and the reason being is to strengthen you for the hate or the ridicule that you're going to get when you really start to become who you're supposed to be. Because no matter what, hate and negative people, negative Nancy's, they come with success, because it just comes with you opening up your light. I like to think that everything in life is about balance. So when you open up your light, there's going to be darkness, but that light has to overcome the darkness, if that makes sense. So just think of it like that. What types of things were you made fun of about when you were a kid? What types of situations what type of situations were always such a struggle for you? I'll just give you an example. For me, it's always been hard to be the center of attention. Right? And people may look at me and think that I actually like to be the center of attention. No, not at all. Like, I really hate being in the center of attention. But as I've gotten older, I've realized that, hey, there's a reason why people gravitate towards me. It's because I have a lot of, you know, wisdom and information to give. So, you know, whenever I come in a room, my presence is normally felt in a strong way. And so yours could be similar, where you hate being center of attention, you don't like getting attention, sorry, it was a bug, and etc. Or it could be that, here's another example. You were someone who was picked on about being overweight all your childhood, and then you literally grow up and be a physical trainer and help people get in shape. You see, so a lot of the times you have to go back to your foundation, right? And I know you guys realize how I talk about nature a lot, and we go back to our roots, because that is going to be the foundation. That is going to be the foundation of your passion and what your purpose is, what your life purpose is. And so go back to your childhood. I know sometimes it can be so painful, because I know you guys can agree that childhood and just being bullied, and my sister and I were just talking about how in middle school we used to get bullied so much. And let me turn on the light. Okay, that's cool. Let's see what the moon is looking like. Where is it? I don't know if the moon has made it over this way yet. But yeah, my sister and I were just talking about how we were bullied and stuff in middle school, and I just reflect on that. I just remember, yes, like it sucks, like being bullied and etc. Kids being kids, right? But what I learned was to be resilient. You know, it really did toughen me up for adult bullying, which adult bullying is a real thing, especially, you know, at work, and it could be a thing at college. The bullying never stops. And even you see, like, on these like really famous YouTubers, you will always see bullies in their comments. So it's something that's just always going to happen. You'll always have bullies, especially if you're awakening your passion and you're like shining your light, right? Because we all have it. And so basically my point was that going back to your childhood, that is your foundation. That's where you're going to figure out most of what you're meant to do in this world. Um, and it's just such a beautiful thing to me, because you can just start out in such darkness, but literally realize what you were meant to do literally was to be the lightest person out here, or one of the lightest people out here. And I'm not talking about skin color, I'm saying your aura. It's a light aura, it's a yellow aura, it's bright, it's happy. And so if you ask me about how to find your passion or your life's purpose, that will definitely be my answer. And so I really appreciate you guys for watching this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Your girls could use some love because we're a growing community. So yes, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I will see you guys next video. And don't forget to breathe it out. All right, love you guys. Have a good night.